you can save up to $1,000 on your next vacation to Iceland. And here is how. In this video you'll find 5 tips how to not deplete your budget after you're traveling to Iceland. We all know that Iceland is a very expensive country comparing to other countries, and if you go with a limited budget, you definitely need to watch this video. My name is Dennis and welcome to Supersonic Traveler. Place number 1, the flight tickets. If you plan your trip to Iceland in advance, you could save up to $100 or $200 per person. There are high season on summer, it is July and August, and low season in November. So it's up to you. Depends on how you are prepared. You can spend more money for Iceland. If you go in August and you buy your ticket in 1 month in advance, it will cost you up to $400 for one person both ways traveling from Europe. But if you plan your trip at least in 6 months in advance, you can save up to $100 just for one person for both ways. If you want to go to Iceland in November, the tickets will cost both ways for one person approximately $200. So speaking this, if you are traveling as a couple, you could save only $400 for flight tickets. Tip number 2, a car rental. There are a lot of rumors that you cannot travel on Iceland without an off-roading car, and this is not true at all. For my last trip to Iceland, I had Toyota Yaris, a small car, and I was absolutely satisfied with this car. I was able to pack all my backpacks and all my cameras into this car, and we never had any problems with this car traveling around the entire Iceland from the Reykjavik on the first day and coming back to the Keflavik airport on our last day. The price of the car rental between a small car and mid car will cost approximately up to $200 for 1 week. Including the insurance, a small car will cost you approximately $600 for a week, and a middle car of the same class will cost you approximately $1,000 for 1 week. It's not going to be an off-road car, it's the same front wheel car, and you're not going to have any benefits except that the car will be slightly bigger. Make sure that you get a proper insurance. Take a look at the premium or platinum insurance always, because in case if your windshield will be cracked, that's happened to me, you'll be fully covered with a platinum or premium insurance. Otherwise, you need to pay around $500 for the new windshield. Accommodations. It is not easy to find an accommodation, especially on a high season on Iceland, because there are not so many hotels besides of Reykjavik. You need to always look in advance and book exactly what you need. I would recommend to book an accommodation with your private kitchen and private bathroom, and here is why. Accommodations with private kitchen might cost you approximately $20 to $30 per night more, but in this case you have your private kitchen and you can cook for yourself. You don't need to go to a restaurant and spend approximately up to $100 a bill for 2 persons just eating dinner in the restaurant. Instead, you just go to supermarkets and you buy all your product by yourself. Speaking about supermarket, the best supermarket I would recommend are Kronan and Bonus. Those are the cheapest one and perhaps with the best quality of the product. At least I was purchasing all my product for the entire week in those both supermarkets. I found that Kronan had more fruits, fresh vegetables, and in general the quality I found better in Kronan supermarket rather than in Bonus. But the prices were better in Bonus supermarket. So depends on your diet, it's your preferences if you go to Kronan or Bonus. And the last one is Souvenirs. Souvenirs are expensive in Iceland, and there are plenty of them what you can choose. For example, the highly advertised souvenir in Iceland is Icelandic sweater made of the local wool, and yes, it is really nice, it is very comfortable, but it costs around $300. So it's up to you if you're ready to pay this money or not. It is very unique, and I would recommend to buy this kind of souvenir in small villages instead of in Reykjavik or big cities, because in small villages you can make sure that local people who made these sweaters and they weren't imported from abroad. Prices for the magnets, cups or any other small souvenirs will be more or less the same as in another countries. And besides of the souvenirs, most likely you want to bring good memories from Iceland. and in this case you need to have good cameras. In this video you'll find what are the cameras the best for you for your next trip to Iceland. Stay tuned and see you in the next one. Bye!